This is the configuration window for Load Injector. When you first start Load Injector, an empty configuration is loaded. Use the File menu to open a previously saved configuration. The left panel shows the configuration in a tree-like structure. There are 4 top-level items in the configuration. 1. Settings, where the macro-level configuration is set. 2. The folder containing timed event-driven injectors. 3. The folder containing rate-driven injectors, and 4. The folder containing destinations. Clicking on any element in the tree allows you to edit its properties in the right-hand panel. Right-clicking on an element will bring up a context-dependent menu where you can add child elements, delete elements, and clone elements. The middle panel shows a graphical representation of the configuration. It makes it easier to visualize the flow of messages from the sources to the destinations. The right panel, the Properties configuration window, will allow you to edit the properties of the selected element. Elements are selected for editing by clicking on the element in the configuration tree. The bottom panel shows the raw XML content of your configuration. A second tab shows the stored comments for the selected configuration. A third tab will appear when a destination or variable element is selected to show the destination template file. The window will highlight the defined tokens in the template. When you have finished your configuration, select Execute from the top menu. To demonstrate the execution window, we will use a simple configuration that has a single Excel data-driven source, and a single text window destination. Once the configuration has been opened in the configuration window, select Execute from the top menu. The execution window has 4 tabs. 1. The Monitor tab shows all the sources and destinations, and will show the number of messages sent and the message rate while the execution is running. 2. The Available Trigger/Scheduled Trigger tab will show all the available triggering events, and, once execution has started, it will show the scheduled triggers. 3. The Fired Triggers tab shows the triggers that have been fired during the execution. 4. The Output tab shows execution messages. Before an execution can commence, you must first initiate the prepare phase, by selecting the Prepare button. During the prepare phase, the necessary data is gathered and the available triggers are determined. When the preparation phase has completed successfully, the Execute button is enabled. Selecting the Execute button commences the configured test. At the beginning of the execution phase, the available triggers are examined to determine which triggers fall within the time period of the execution, and only those triggers are scheduled. For triggers that use a time relative to the start of execution, their triggering time is calculated and scheduled accordingly. During the execution of the test, you can select the different tabs to monitor the progress. During the execution, you can select the Stop button to manually stop the test. Otherwise, the test will continue for the time set in the setting element of the configuration.